You guys voted for it, and here's the follow-up to my last video, the grifters of Dark Souls. No, don't click away. This isn't a part 2. You don't need to watch the first one to watch this one, although you totally should. In this video, we'll be addressing some points that people have made to me specifically in the comment sections and rebutting them, praising the well thought out ones and labeling the rest as the stinkers they are. Starting off, we have Elden Ring is garbage. I'll never understand why people make these comments. It's an opinion posed as a statement. I'm fine with saying you don't like Elden Ring, but where's the discussion? Why do you hate Elden Ring? We need some sort of substance from your comment to make a proper rebuttal. Otherwise, it's just rage bait. And if it is, I'm not gonna lie, it's some really trash rage bait. Next up, we have open world slop, gutted online features, Ashes of War, ruins weapons variety, and more anime spam moves. I really don't see how anyone who played Dark Souls 1 or 3 could call this game good. This is again, kind of like the first comment. It's an opinion posed as a statement. Why do you dislike open worlds? Why do you think the online features are worse? And to the next point, that Ashes of War ruins weapons variety. It's honestly kind of alien to me. Ashes of War, in my opinion, are the single best thing for weapon variety in Elden Ring. There are some really trash weapons in this game, bad scaling, no status, but have good movesets, or a mixture of the three that make them bad. The Serpent God's Curved Sword is a good example. Without Ashes of War, it's really lackluster compared to other weapons, but with Ashes of War, it's one of the best weapons in PvP and a solid option in PvE. The moveset is good, and the Ashes of War can make up for everything else. Next up, we have this one from Sasaki999 Pro. One thing that kind of baffled me about OP arguments from Souls vets is they'll say things like you're ruining the game for yourself and making it that easy. Do these guys not realize that normal, sane individuals play a video game and enjoy it the first time on a normal level, and then play a second time on a higher difficulty setting? Most people don't play their first game of Halo on Legendary, and Japanese games like Devil May Cry don't even unlock their harder difficulty modes until you beat the game normally. And he's willing to bet no Souls vets ever played their first Souls games doing a level 1 challenge run. People can appreciate doing the first playthrough as a normal run, and then improve their skills and improve the difficulty within subsequent runs. And honestly, I completely agree with Sasaki999 here. Just as I said in the last video, I think most players shouldn't do their first run as a challenge run. It, in my opinion, could ruin the experience for them, all the same as being OP. And tying that into Halo is honestly just a stroke of genius. The reason I think challenge runs shouldn't be the player's first run of the game is that most challenge runs limit what you can do with your builds, from the weapons you use, to the armor you run, to the talismans you have. Level 1 runs likely means that you can't experiment with different types of weapons, or don't have enough weight to use most armor sets, most intelligence to use spells, and yeah, it's just really gonna limit your experience of the overarching game. So yes, good comment, I completely agree. Next up we have, I swear the big strength builds are going to be the most NPC mass-produced build I've ever seen, especially within English male players. And these guys will always act like they're better than intelligence and or dexterity builds. Let these guys play a mage once, and you'll see that they share a single brain cell, which is incapable of playing anything else. I get where you're coming from. As a person who has played all different types of playstyles in Elden Ring, I honestly think that most are of equal difficulty, besides using Golden Order attack incantations. If you use Golden Order attack incantations, you're in hell. Have fun using the rings of trash. But more importantly, there are different things that make each playstyle easier. For big bonk strength builds, it's staggering, providing a wide window to either buff yourself up or deal some massive damage. Most magic builds just don't have that, but they have range. Faith has insane buffs and etc. Point is, there are pluses to each playstyle, and in my opinion, they're all similar in difficulty. This last one we have is a really long one, so we'll go over each point individually. I liked Old Souls in Sekiro because it had a special concept in it. Rolling around with a sword and killing bosses purely with your own skill was the experience I liked. To this point, you absolutely still can roll around with a sword and kill bosses with pure skill. In my opinion, this Elden Ring playstyle has died down a little bit, but that's only because there's so many vast playstyles that it introduces. There's more variety within Ashes of War, and weapons with status effects are so much easier to access in this game. The next point this person brings up is, I'm gatekeeping the right way of playing From Software games because I want developers to see what I like and make those parts of the game even better. I want them to see the way Elden Ring is for me and like doing that for me. I want it to fit my needs, and it's just a natural thing. Everybody wants the games to be the way they like. Why would I want developers to make the game you like and not the game I like? By saying Elden Ring bad, you're playing Souls the wrong way. I'm trying to communicate and give my feedback. Well, you're not doing it well. You seem to be stuck on the point that you want to be catered to, just you. And to be honest, none of the individual fans in this game really matter. I don't matter, you don't matter. It's the community as a whole that FromSoft listens to. So making your calls to the void on Reddit, hating the other way people like to play, is only going to hurt the community, not bring it together, and certainly not contribute to an open-minded argument. You seem like you're so unwilling to listen to others' judgment. Either way, the last point I'll go over in this comment, skipping over some parts because they're not fully relevant, is this. P.S. Ignoring people you don't agree with is even worse than attacking them. You are not solving the problem, you are simply postponing the inevitable conflict. Someday you will get in these grifters' shoes and find your favorite games becoming something you don't like, so don't ignore these people, you might become one day. And honestly, I completely disagree with this point. Someday I'll get into grifters' shoes? I've been playing these games for over 7 years now, so I don't think I'll get into their hate of state if I haven't already. And to the first point of this section, how is being a complete jackass better than avoiding hateful rage bait? I really don't understand where that's coming from. Avoiding conflict from someone who is unwilling to change is perfectly acceptable in my opinion, and most Redditors who are grifters, as I said in my first video, are easily tellable as such. People who don't want to change, just like you come off as being a person who also similarly rejects change. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Leave your comments of your opinions on this, and maybe you'll be in the next one of these. I'm thinking about making this a weekly thing. There will be a poll on my channel. And other than that, like or sub if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't, and I'll see ya.